it's Ariana, and today we will be reviewing L'Oreal's Infallible Concealer Coverage. So, just to get started, L'Oreal's Infallible Concealer Coverage is the bomb.com. It is just extraordinarily awesome. I love it a lot. So, just to kind of give you guys a little background, a little overview of the product. It looks just like this, and it's a full coverage concealer wear. So let's just get into this awesome product that I also use as well, and a couple of my friends use it too. So L'Oreal's concealer Infallible coverage comes in 25 different shades. This is the largest shade range of a concealer product that they have. I love it. It provides full coverage for your face. Many people use it for many different reasons, but its formula is formulated for the different range of options that the concealer offers. So with this full coverage product, it offers you a matte type of finish. So with this matte finish look that you have, it's very clean, it's very smooth. It's just a very clean looking product. So its multi-use formula conceals everyday imperfections, everyday blemishes. One of the awesome things about this product too is that you can be used for contouring. So I feel like contouring is like the next step for makeup artists, people who use makeup in general. It's just a wider range of use of the different colors and the different shades that you can use when blending a particular color. So with this concealer, not only can it be used for coverage and can be used for highlighting, but you can also use it for contouring as well. So that's what makes this product unique. It's a wide range of options that you can use it for. So let's get into some of the different types of contouring options that is available. So I have here also another shade of the product. This shade here is the Pecan product. With the Pecan, it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit more rich in texture, but for the most part, it still provides that color range of shade that you may need, but you can also use it for your contouring. So whenever you're contouring, you want to use 1 to 2 shades lighter or 1 to 2 shades darker. I prefer when contouring, me personally, I think I've grown more accustomed to like a darker contour. I'm surprised that I was like leaning more toward darker contour colors, but it just depends on the person. But one thing is for sure, contouring changes your whole face in its entirety. Like, you will definitely notice a difference in your face whenever you contour or whenever you add blush. So This particular one is the 380 pecan, and this one is the 365 cashew. Ooh. It's funny how they use like nut names to describe some of these colors, and we're gonna get into that a little bit more later on in the video. So not only is this a concealer product, but it also includes an applicator brush. I personally have used the brush that's within the product. It looks like this. It has like a inclined shape. And we're just going to stick to L'Oreal's applicator brush because I use it from time to time. Like, I actually notice myself using it more toward the end of the product because I find that I'm able to actually use the product whenever there's like less of the concealer product on the actual brush. So it all depends, and this is the concealer brush that I normally use for full coverage wear. You know, there's another type of concealer brush for your eyebrow. That's fine, cool. But for the most part, this concealer brush is pretty, I guess, handy. I really only use it like if I really need to get a huge area covered, and it just seems to be as if like the product won't stay. So like with the brush, the applicator brush here, with the product actually being so ingrained in the brush, it's easier to just use the applicator brush. So of course, when using the applicator brush, use it for scars, use it for blemishes. You know, you can use it for really any particular purpose that you need to. I've actually had a concealer where it was like a concealer crayon. And when I first used the concealer crayon, I just couldn't believe that it was a concealer crayon, but it's kind of similar to the applicator brush. It's really dry. It's not really intended for that full coverage of range to apply, but you just kind of use it in areas where you need it for like a very specific space. I would not be surprised if concealer brushes of this kind, like the size and dimension of the brush, I use like for eye concealers. So I'll have to check that out. That would be a pretty cool thing to review. Who knows? So also, with the L'Oreal concealer, it is waterproof. Ooh, we love waterproof. Oh, especially in some of these hot places. Living here in Oregon is like a dry heat. I just find myself sweating from time to time, and it's like, why am I sweating? So it's just useful to have a waterproof type of coverage. And I do notice from time to time that this concealer is still on like after the whole day, and it does promise 24-hour coverage, so it's pretty true to its word. Just piggybacking off of that, it doesn't really transfer. The only place I do see it transferring to is my hair from time to time. I do notice that it will transfer to my hair, which can be very, how can I say, inconvenient because whenever it's in my hair, it goes very close to my eye. So, you know, I don't know if you know, but like that concealer in your eye, and it just depends on like where exactly in your eye it is, but it will make my eye water, and it's just like, oh. But whenever I'm applying the actual product with the brush from my eye, from my cheek to my eye using this brush, I never had any issues really whatsoever. So it's kind of weird, like you would expect for the concealer to get in your eye when you're coming from your cheek to your eyelid, but it never really happens. Not as much as it does from your hair. I guess the hair with the oils, it probably like sticks a little bit better. And it's probably why it has such a effect when it gets in my eye. But for the most part, it does not flake at all. It does not fade, really. You know, it's very solid of a substance. So, just looking at some of the ingredients of this product, I did notice that the first ingredient is water. Ooh. It doesn't matter if you're drinking a soda, if you're buying some juice, whenever you're looking at the product label, when it's listing its ingredients, you always want to check to see what the first ingredient is. So in this case, the first ingredient is actually water. Woo! Good job, L'Oreal. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I was just testing out like some different oils for my skin, and I noticed that whenever I would apply some oil to my face, just like some natural argan oil, whatever is in that Aussie product, and then after I would apply the L'Oreal, it would just be applied so smoothly. I was like, wow, this is really good. I'm really surprised at how well the water or the oil and the oil of this product, you know, applied so much more easily. And that's really expected because, you know, if it's a natural oil product along with another oily product and they're both good products, then, you know, it should make the whole process smoother. So, we have water, and there's also undercone, which I've never really heard of. And then the third product that's listed, or the third ingredient that's listed is glycerin, which I know for sure is a oil-based ingredient. Okay, so just looking at some of the customer reviews of this L'Oreal Infallible product concealer. For the most part, everyone agreed that it was a good product. But I was reading one review, and the reviewer, she said, oh, it's a great product, which I agree with, but it has like poor descriptors of the product. And I promised that I would kind of comment again on the naming of some of these colors. I've like used some interesting products before in the past, like Kiss Me or whatever, or whatever, makeup blush, you know, something unique or what have you. But this pecan and cashew, I'm like, Is it the pecan shell, or is it the pecan nut? Is it the cashew shell, or is it the cashew nut? Well, which one is it? Like, you don't really know. So, I totally agree with this girl's review that it's a good product, but the description is pretty poor. I swear it's like whenever I'm going in and buying it, it's like I don't know if I want pecan today or I want cashew today. It's like I never really, I know what I'm going in and buying whenever I'm going into the store, but each time you want the experience to be like a good experience. So it's like, I don't know if I want to be a nut or a pecan or cashew, whatever. So that's pretty inconvenient to say the least. Another customer reviewed, and she said that there was like no color matching between the concealer and the foundation coverage. I guess that can be kind of like inconvenient for like people who just use L'Oreal for foundation, concealer, primer, whatever. It could probably be very convenient. I've used like one or two concealers before in the past, and I think my first concealer I actually ever used was like from Dollar Tree. So it was just like $1. But whenever I would place the concealer on, I noticed how like much of a difference it made to my makeup. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. But I've used some other brand like concealers, and to tell you the truth, like I guess it really did not impress me so much. But this one here, I can really just feel the lightness of the concealer. And I was watching another YouTube video, and this creator, she like basically convinced me that just to have like a light coverage type of look, just put some concealer on and boom, go about your day. So I bought some powder from Sephora, and like Sephora's powder, and I bought a brush with it, and like, oh my god, it would just work perfectly with this concealer. Like, I loved it. I would just place the concealer on, put some powder on, boom, I was about my day. I was gone. That was it. So that's why I appreciate this concealer like so much. Like, it does give that flawless look. It does give that clean matte look that you don't have to per se put on a foundation for to have. That's what makes this like a good product. And I was reading some of the reviews, and I was looking at some of the ratings of the product, and it's at a 4.4 on average, which is pretty good. So I would say it's a pretty good investment just to buy at least one time. I don't agree with the other reviewer having every match for this, or mix it up a little bit. One may have oil-free, one may contain oil, whatever. You just want to like try and use whatever works for you. But just throughout my experience, like, I've bought it at Walmart. You can find it at Walmart. You can find it at Walgreens. and I also saw that you can find it at Ulta Beauty. I was looking on the L'Oreal website, and it's a little bit pricier on the L'Oreal website. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Because sometimes you'll find like higher price makeup in other places, other beauty stores, what have you. I don't know. But I was just expecting it for it to be a little bit like average throughout the prices. That I find it at Walmart, Walgreens. God, I should buy this stuff every time I go out. Every time I go out like shopping. You always need it. You always need this. I do intend on buying like some of the pricier concealers, but I mean, if you don't really know what you're doing, if you're just a normal girl that just needs some concealer, hey, boom, this is it. So, I really enjoy reviewing this product because I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it, but I do see a difference whenever I do wear like a foundation. I do, but it's just so awesome sometimes I don't even want to ruin it. So this has been a review by me, Ariana. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you actually use this, or if you know of any like good powders to use with it, or any other like combination of makeup that I can, or you can suggest to everyone, like we can try and just make it a good experience for everyone. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.